Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. This is a business class, and we are going to discuss something very important, as we have always been doing. Now, I want us to discuss about the survival and significance mentality. This is very important in business, especially if you're looking at growing your business. Now, I want to define the survival and significance mentality. Survival mentality is, or survival is where you're catering for your basic needs. Significance is where you are now impactful, especially to the society and people outside yourself. Now, talking about mindset is you can be in the survival level, but you have the significance mentality. And this is what causes business to grow or not to grow. Let me give you examples. I have walked into some garages, and I have found mechanics who are doing very well, but they are in the survival state, in that they are fine where they are at. I have also worked in some garages where the owner is in the significance stage, whereby they are looking to solve problems or they are looking to be impactful in the whole nation or in the whole area, and so on and so forth. I have also seen shops, like there's a lady that I'm following very closely, someone who sells phones. We have so many shops, especially here in Kenya, that are selling phones. But there are people who are selling phones at the survival stage. In that, so long as I sell phones and today I have made my 1,000 shillings, then I'm fine. There's someone else who is looking to be impactful. In that, I don't just want to sell phones and be in the survival state. I also want to sell phones in millions, in thousands, and so on and so forth. Now, these are two different people, and it starts with your mind. Accepting that I don't just want to provide my services for the sake of providing services or for the sake of just making money to help me. I have seen people in the same industry for 30 years and they are still surviving. In that, you're in the same industry, but you're still getting so little money. And it's not because you're not providing quality services. In fact, you have clients and you're not willing to go that extra mile to market and get extra clients, but you're just comfortable. As long as I have 10 clients and they are referrals, then I'm okay. Someone else comes in the same industry and they provide the same services and they are so aggressive, they are so persistent, they are so consistent, and they want to grow each and every day. These are two different people. And my encouragement today, as we talk about this, is that we should move from survival mindset to significant mindset. The industry that you're in, look at how you can be the best person in that industry. Look at how you can make the most amount of money in that specific industry. And that will determine so many things, even in your industry. How do you run your day-to-day activities? If you're in the survival mindset, you don't care about the day-to-day activities. As long as you have made your 1,000 shillings today, you can even close the shop because you're done with the day. Or maybe if you work weekly or you work monthly, if you have catered for your expenses, which most likely is not even the case, but if you have catered for your expenses, most people are just okay. From there, you can close the shop, you can go on holiday, and so on and so forth. But if you have set that this is how much you're supposed to make, and you have set a goal that is too high, that will also lead or direct your day-to-day activities. So that is how important it is if you want to go to the significance level. Other things like how you employ the people you employ. If you're on the survival level, just anyone is okay as long as they are available. You can employ even your family members, your family, as long as they are willing. But if you're in the significance level, you employ according to people who can do the work that you are looking at, or the work that you want people to do. So you're not just mediocre. You're not just doing things just for the sake. If you're in the survival level, you're not willing to learn, you're not willing to grow. Some will say, I'm just okay where I am, I'm comfortable where I am, this is what I've been doing. But you see, the world is moving so fast. in that you have to think very fast. You have to learn, you have to study the market trends, you have to read your newspaper so that you can see how your country is doing, how they are favoring the business people, the SMCs. Those are two different things, and that is what will make a difference between someone who is in the survival and someone who is in the significance. Now, someone like Elon Musk, they are in the motor industry. They are making Tesla, but they're in the significance level because someone else is just making cars just for the sake so that they can make sales. And after they have made 20 sales, then they are fine in that with that. And you even know your industry better. Like some of the things I do in the education sector, as long as I have 10 students, then I'm fine. But someone else is looking at expanding and opening branches. Just because people are coming in, then it means I need to open branches in another area. I need to open branches in another country. I need to open branches in another continent because it's more of the significance level. But anyway, it starts from the mindset. You can be in the survival level, but your mindset is in the significance level. And there is no hurry in that. You need to take it slowly. Remember, anytime someone is creating wealth, wealth is created slowly. It's not like being rich, which you can do it very fast. You can win the lottery today. You can win Sport Pesa today. But something to do with wealth, it is created slowly by slowly because at the end of the day, you have to continue learning. You have to get into the significance level, and you cannot get to the significance level so fast. So those are some of the things that you need to check in your business. Ask yourself, are you in the significance level or are you in the survival level? And one question you need to ask yourself, how much do I want to make in a week? It is not how much expenses I have in a week. It is how much do I want to make in a week? Because most of the times we look at our expenses. My expenses are 10,000. So if I make 15,000, I'm way above my expenses and I'm just comfortable at that stage. That is the survival level. And I'm not looking at the generations to come. But if you're in the significance level, it's how much do I need to make this week, not considering how much I need to spend this week. So it should be how much should come into my pocket rather than how much should exit from my pocket. Those are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself. And I have listened to some of the speakers, and they have talked about when change came into their business is when they answered this question. How can I make 1,000,000 shillings this week? That question will affect so many things in your business. It will affect what time you come to your office and what time you leave. It will also affect how many products you need to sell that week, because if you need to make 1,000,000 shillings and you're selling your products at 10,000 shillings, then you know how much products you need to sell that specific week. But if you're looking at your expenses, which are 15,000, so if it means if you sell one product, then you're just fine. And this is the mentality that we need to get out of. Anything that you're doing, even if not only in business, even in your career, you're not supposed to look at just what you're spending so that you can be in that specific position. Look at what you can do. Look at how to make wealth. And remember, wealth is made slowly by slowly in years. And that's why even in the most popular companies like Apple, like Microsoft, and so on and so forth, even if a young person starts that company, they need to employ people who have experience so that they can be able to run that company successfully. Even Facebook, that is run by a young person, Mark Zuckerberg, his board is full of people who have experience so that they can be able to advise him on how to run a successful company. And this is a lesson to young people. Most of us are saying that we can be able to form companies that are successful. We have the capability, but at the end of the day, remember that most of us do not have the experience. So we need to bring about people who have experience so that they can be able to help us grow our companies. We need to read those books so that we can be able to see how people have done it before. Sometimes we become so ignorant that we don't consider the advice of the old people because we think that we know everything. But remember, experience is also very important. Bring those people on board. That's why most successful companies have boards, because of experience. They employ people who have experience so that they can help them move from the survival level and go into the significance level. And that is a challenge to you business people. And I'm looking forward to see you being impactful in your industry and being the key people in your industry. Anytime they mention people in your industry, they have to mention you because you have moved from the survival to the significance. This is PD Group Limited, and see you in class.